Eric, 2 wins, 212 average. His opponent's only 175, but he'll be pushed against Sullins in this match. The messenger head pin doesn't do the job in the very first frame, but he's somewhat pleased. He did miss the 10 pin once before, but watch his technique. I still think it's good. Instead of cupping his wrist, as we see in the first shot, to get a lot of revolution and lift on the ball to make it snap, he flattens that wrist out. There it is in that flat position. Makes the ball go straight. All you need is accuracy.
He applauds himself occasionally. 7 strikes with his 199, a couple open frames, however.
Here's a man who prides himself in his power bowling, his consistency, and his durability. Won the Las Vegas Invitational early this year. Harry Sullins, 4 titles.
All right, an impressive looking shot by the 34-year-old, loosening up both shoulders and arms and elbows.
Sullins has that ball cocked completely underneath in his wrist position, a total power position. Look at this. He's got the wrist open and cocked, the elbow cocked. Once again, everything driving straight forward, and then rotates around and underneath the ball. Got a reward for an errant shot here. He crossed over in the first frame.
Harry Sullins earning $61,200 already this year with that showboat victory, and second at Paula Carter's event in Homestead.
Here's a man who practices a lot, and obviously look at the wear and tear in his hand. Both the middle 2 fingers are patched up, the thumb completely patched up with cotton and collodion, which actually seals the wound, allows him to bowl week after week.
He's up now to roll in his second frame of his 3rd match this afternoon, Eric Adolphson of Danville, California. Next week, Nelson, we're in Portland, Oregon, Hollywood Bowl, Hollywood section of that beautiful city. And for those that are going to the lanes to see our telecast live in the Portland area, they'll have to be there way before 10 a.m. because that's when it starts, Portland time.
On at 10 a.m. Portland time, 1 o'clock Eastern time next week. Now Eric, 3rd frame, strike working.
And Eric leaving a 4-pin.
All right, Eric studying the approach. You see him looking down. He's making those small moves that's necessary to stay tuned in on a championship pair. Next frame up, he may probably move a half a board with his feet left to accommodate the ball breaking a little bit more on the left-hand lane. Very smart. Now, Harry Sullins has a couple of pairs of shoes that he likes to carry around the tour, but they were both stolen last night. This is a brand new pair of shoes Harry has on. I don't even know if they're his own. He walked out. He was kind of complaining, to take it mildly. So one of the primary things, your foundation, your feet underneath you, could bother Harry today in the championship round.
To the 93 consecutive tournaments. For Harry Sullins, the Iron Man of the Pro Bowlers Tour, showing up for every tournament, has simply become habit forming.
Well, it got to the point, I was just bowling for a living, and if I'm not out here working at my job, how am I going to earn a paycheck? It just sort of worked into an every week kind of thing. When you look at the inside goals of your individual self, it's the point list, invitations, and now it's gotten to the point, after 7 years, it's like, why stop now? Hey, another year and it's all over with, but I think I'll just keep right on going.
Wide shot there as Harry's relating to 193 consecutive tournaments he's bowled in, the record held by Sam Flanagan, 1974 to 80, 235 consecutive. And now what Harry's going to do is he's just going to try to take out the 2 and 8, drive the 2-8 back and save the pin count. Smart move.
All right, we're in our semifinal game in the PBA Seattle Open. More after this. A Park Bowl here in Seattle. Good guys, fun guys, great hosts. All right. The man that's won 2 matches is now in his third in the semifinal. Eric Adolphson of Danville, California, has a spare up, 4th frame. Okay, Nelson.
Thank you, Chris. Tournament leader Dave D'Entremont. David, you a little bit surprised that they're not scoring a lot better than they are out there?
Yeah, I really am. It seems like there's a little bit of hang on the gutter. It's not quite hooking back off the gutter as hard as it was all week. So I'm going to try and go a little more direct and just see what happens.
I think he's got the right answer, Chris. A little straighter at the pocket will overcome that hang angle, and we'll see what he can do. He's the tournament leader. He'll be in the next game. Back to you.
All right, over on the left lane now. Chance for a double and a 22-pin lead. .225 to 205 victory over Mark Thayer, and then shot a 199 to Dave Traber's 146. Watch this reaction. Now Harry Sullins, Detroit. After an open frame, he was trying for all 10. Left the 4. The man that last year won $94,043 on 3 telecasts. This is his 4th telecast of 1992 with the big win at the Showboat Invitational. Frank Modica's Palace Southwest. Okay, Nelson.
Thank you, Chris. Mark Thayer, a little struggle in the first match. Tell us about your match and what's happening on the championship here right now as the scores are going down.
Well, my match, I just got a couple bad breaks on some 10 pins. I've left too many of them, and I think right now they're going through a little bit of a transition where the oil's carrying down. But they should calm down here pretty quick and make for a good match last game.
You think D'Entremont's got the right game plan, straighten it out and throw a little harder?
Yeah, I believe so. Dave's going to be awful tough to beat because he's the only one playing outside and going to throw it harder.
All right, Chris, back to you.
And in the 6th frame, Harry Sullins. Next week, Portland, followed by Riverside and Fresno, California. First of 8, if you just joined us, after being off since the end of April. And, of course, Wide World Policies today, as always.
Watch the shot of Eric as he goes right between the first and second arrows and slides the ball right into the 1-3. An ideal shot as he takes a 32-pin lead.
So in all 3 matches, he has drove 3 in a row, the midpoint of each of the 3 matches.
Right, and it's made the difference as he's taken the lead. Let's see if he can extend.
Yes, he did. Eric Adolphson. All this happening in Seattle, Washington, where more action will continue. A trolley, another means of transportation in Seattle's Wharf area.
Go Timber! It's the Oregon Open on ABC's Pro Bowlers Tour next Saturday.
All right, Harry Sullins in the 8th frame with a double up, left to 10-pin and marked with a spare.
Sullins a possible 217 if he can strike out. Eric going at a 229 pace, a possible 270 game. He can just about slam the door if he can strike here in the 8th.
Mixing action. Sweeps him. Coming up next on ABC's Wide World of Sports, America's top young gymnasts experience the thrill of international competition. They're going to meet Japan's best in the Dodge Challenge. Then the Advil Mini Marathon. World-class field of top female distance runners race through the streets of Gotham, New York City. Wide World today.
Game over if Eric can strike on this ball.
Eric joined the Professional Bowlers Association in 1987. Won regional title, looking for his first national title.
And you got to like the way he's bowled this game. His wife, Karen, looks on. 10-pin in the first frame, strike in the second, 4-pin in the third, then 5 consecutive strikes, then another 10-pin. This is the only spare he's missed all day. Nailed it this time.
Tomorrow on ABC Sports, the World League playoffs kickoff with an invitation to the World Bowl on the line. That's right, the European champion Barcelona Dragons will take on the North American West Division winning Sacramento Surge and quarterback David Archer's dangerous passing attack. World League playoff action tomorrow at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, and Pacific, ABC Sports.
Harry Sullins struggling here. He knows the final destiny has already been determined. Eric is going to win the match. Possible 249. Harry can bowl a 204 if he converts and strikes out. Chris, in that World Football League game tomorrow on ABC, I like Sacramento. I like Archer. I like his passing attack, and I like the town of Sacramento where we had a bowling show this week. How about you?
I thoroughly enjoyed Sacramento. And this week met Don Turner and Dale Hogan from Sacramento. They'd been at Indianapolis 500, and what lovely people.
So we can kiss Barcelona off?
Well, not the city, maybe the team.
Oh. Sullins striking the 10th frame, just going through the motions. Possible 204. We're going to have a new winner on the PBA Tour. Tournament leader Dave D'Entremont has never won a title yet.
Oh, by the way, though, mutual friend of many of us on this telecast, Larry Cam, Carol Letty, you, me, Lynn St. James, Rookie of the Year in the Indy 500. Let's congratulate her.
Terrific job. Finished 11th, am I correct?
Right. And David Hansen of Tacoma rolled the highest ABC-sanctioned series of the year, December 23rd, at New Frontier Lanes. He was substituting in the Bakery Drivers League. After every shot, get this, he rolled games of 278, 300 for an 878.
Not bad. Maybe he should be out here with these fellows trying his game. It's a little bit different at the professional level.
Sure is. That's Karen. 194 for Sullins. Now, as he gets looser, he seems to have a string on every shot. He'll be in the 240s. His third victory goes into the final.